Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. We have a fun collaboration for you today. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But before we get on to the video, Brayden, we love you, we miss you, and we are praying for you. So with all of that being said, let's get to crafting.
Here's DIY number one. So I have this wood lantern that Kendra sent us. I'm going to remove the hanger from it. And of course, that comes from Dollar Tree. She also sent us a spindle. And then I have my little wood plaque here from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint all of those with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. And after they are all done, I had to add a little more. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to show my bird. I got this bird also from Kendra. It's from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to paint it with the maize color by Waverly. And then one of my little birdhouses from Dollar Tree, I'm going to paint the roof and the base with the mineral gray and the rest with the maize color. I then took a really small fine paintbrush and I'm going to take my mineral color. I'm going to paint in the bird's eyes as well as the little bird's beak. And I'm just being very, very careful with that to make sure that I stay inside of the little eye part as well as the beak area. And after I have that all done and painted, I decided to do some distressing. This is what I thought I was doing next. I'm taking my mineral color and I'm going to go over the whole thing and I'm just going to distress it all. I wanted to give this more of that rustic look that I love, and I'm going to distress the little wood lantern. And as you can see, I also painted the trim with that gray color as well. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and distress the spindle and just do a light distressing on that. I didn't do a really thick painting of white over it, so you could kind of see the darkness of the spindle anyways. When I was done doing all my distressing, I am going to take one of these little mini grapevine wreaths. I think I got them from Hobby Lobby at Christmas time a few years ago. And with hot glue, I'm going to glue it to the top of that lantern as well as the bird. I'm going to glue to the top of that lantern. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to do a little highlighting with some silver gilding wax. And after I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I really like the silver on there. I left it the way it was. Might have looked better if I would have just used some white wax and went over the whole thing. But I'm just going to do a little bit. I thought there's got to be some kind of silver tipped bird out there, right? And then I just used a little black marker here to just kind of add some black inside of the eyes just to give that little bird a little life. And then I'm going to take my Type Bond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue as well as some hot glue on the base of my spindle. I'm going to glue it to that plaque. And then, sorry this is not in camera, but I used the same Type Bond glue and hot glue, and I'm going to glue the birdhouse on top of the spindle. And then I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to the front of the birdhouse, and I'm going to add a little moss. And then I'm going to go around the base of that spindle, and I'm just going to go around and add some moss as well. And as you can see, I did not glue that lantern down because I was going to put a tea light in it, but the hole is too small for my tea light candles. So I did later on just end up gluing it in. If you wanted to recreate this and have one of those little lanterns, you could always put like fairy lights in it or something like that. So I'm just going to add some little pink flowers from Dollar Tree. And then I have this little, what is this? A little wood pot from Kendra. I'm going to paint that with the maize color as well. And then once it was dry, I'm just going to glue that next to that lantern, and I'm going to put a little bit of floral foam in it, and then I'm going to fill it up with some more of the those little pink flowers. This comes from a bush. It's called Greenery from Dollar Tree. It's kind of got the frosted greenery look with those little pink flowers. I'm just going to fill it all up. And yeah, I think that's all I did with this one. I think it came out pretty cute. You have to let me know if there's any silver tipped birds out there. Okay, so today I am collabing with Kendra with Late Night Creations. And Yelena with DIY Next Door, and Kendra put this all together, and she sent us both a box of goodies, the same thing, and we are all going to craft with the same items today. We could add a few things of our own if we wanted to, but we're going to see how many projects we could make with all of those items. So make sure you check their videos out. I will have links to them in my description box below. Okay, here's DIY number 2. So I'm going to take this beautiful tissue paper that she sent us, and this, I believe, is from the DIY Struggle. Brandy has some beautiful things on her website, and I do have a link to her website in my description box. It's always there if you're ever looking for it. And I'm just going to cut the little rectangles out. And then I have these 2 tag signs. I think I got these from Amazon. I'm going to lay my pictures in the middle of my tag sign. I'm just going to use a pencil to trace around it. And then I'm going to paint the inside of those with my plaster by Waverly, and then the outside all around and in the back with Waverly chalk paint and the color ink. After they were all dry, I'm going to take some Mod Podge. I'm going to go all along the inside of the plaster color area. I'm just going to brush it all in, and then I'm just going to let it dry. It takes maybe 5 minutes. I don't even know if it takes that long. Once it was dry, I'm going to add my papers, my tissue paper to the middle. I'm going to cover it with parchment paper that protects that paper, and then I'm going to use that heat press, which reactivates that Mod Podge so that your image sticks. And then after that, I'm going to do the other one, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of Mod Podge to the top. If you do this and you see it starts wrinkling or bubbling at all, just take your heat gun to it. Put your heat gun on it for a few seconds and you'll see those wrinkles disappear. And then once I was done, I'm going to take these trim pieces that she sent, plus some of my bamboo sticks that I get from Amazon. I'm going to cut those down, and then I'm going to paint everything with Folk Arts Vintage Tea Rose, it's called. I love this color. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to paint everything with that color. It looks brighter. Well, maybe not. I'm thinking it looks brighter on camera than it is in real life. But I'm going to, once it was all dry, I'm going to take my Titebond glue, and I'm going to glue everything in place. Going to glue down the 2 wood pieces first, and then the trim pieces, one on the top and one on the bottom. And after I have that on there, I did this to both of the signs because she sent 4 of these beautiful trim pieces. I'm going to take some eucalyptus that she sent, and I cut a couple sprigs off. I'm just going to tie them together with some twine. I find that it holds it together, plus it gives you a bigger base when gluing them to your signs. So I'm just going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to wrap one side, and then I'm going to go the opposite direction with the other side, and then connect the 2 by tying another knot. And then I'm going to hot glue it to the top. And this ribbon I had previously I was going to use for a bow, and I ended up not using it. So I don't know what sizes they were. I just glued them end to end, and I'm scrunching them up in the middle and using some twine to hold them in place. And I'm just going to tie a knot there and then trim off the excess. And then I'm just going to use my hot glue again to glue it right in front of the twine that's on that eucalyptus. And after that, I'm going to take some of this, I think this is like chiffon ribbon. It's really, really pretty. I just love it. And I'm just going to twist the 2 colors together. And again, this came from Kendra. I'm going to tie the 2, I'm going to tie a knot on the top of them with those once I trimmed it down to the size I wanted. And I'm going to do this on both the pictures to make a hanger. And that's all I did with these. And I just think these are so pretty. I just love that tissue paper. It is just gorgeous. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below.
I hope you're enjoying this video. It is a lot of fun crafting with what Kendra has sent us, and I can't wait to see what they're creating with their items as well. I think this is going to be a lot of fun, but I hope you're enjoying it. But if you are new here, I am so glad you are here, and I would love it if you'd hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And before we get further, I better introduce myself. I'm Brenda. This is my Oliver. And yeah, we are glad you are here. And then for those of you that are returning, I always like to take this moment to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me. And I am just so grateful for all of you that stay tuned and watch my videos because, yeah, I'm just glad. Anyways, we are going to make this really short since we are part of this playlist. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video.
Okay, DIY number 3. So I'm going to take 2 of these beautiful trays that Kendra sent, and I'm going to tape both of them off inside the middle part. These were so pretty. I thought about painting them, but I just love the color. And so I decided instead of painting the whole trays, I'm just going to paint the top part of the trays, just that little lip area. And I'm just going to go around and paint both of them. I'm being very careful not to get it on the sides, but I'm going to do this to both of those trays. And then after they were all dry, she also sent one of these table legs. And I'm going to use my needle nose pliers to try and remove that screw, but it wasn't working. I thought it was twisting, but it wasn't. So I took it out to my husband. He took some regular pliers and he was able to twist it right off. And then I'm going to she sent us these cute little measuring tapes. I just thought it was so adorable. It has her channel name on it and everything, but I'm just finding the center part of the biggest tray. I'm going to add some wood glue to the smaller section of that table leg, and then I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue. Again, the wood glue is for permanent hold, the hot glue is for immediate hold so I can continue working. I'm going to do the same thing with the measuring tape on the bottom side of the small tray, and just finding the center point, and then I'm going to again use my wood glue and hot glue on the wider end of the table leg, and then I'm going to put that right on the middle section of my tray on the back side of the small tray. And look, it even has little cloth feet on it. I don't know. I just think it was perfect. And I bet both of them are probably going to make tier trays, but I love how this turned out. I just added some Dollar Tree embellishments to it. Anyways, here is a celebration of your recreations. And Nancy, these are really sweet pictures, the way you did that. I love them. And she's from the UK. So thank you, Nancy from the UK. And then we have Jane, who made these pretty pieces. She's always making lovely decor. I just love them. Thank you so much for sharing these with us as well, Jane. And then up next, we have Shelly. Look at her sweet little cart that she made. I just love it. Thank you so much for sharing that, Shelly. And if you have something that you've created that you would like me to showcase, you can email pictures to my email address, that is rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can send me pictures through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, here's DIY number 4, our last one. Believe it or not, I used all the projects. So I had these from Dollar Tree. They're hanging up in my stash here. And I thought these would work perfectly for what I wanted to do. So I removed the hangers from both of them. I'm going to fill in the hanger holes with my lightweight spackling that I also got from Dollar Tree. And then after that, I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint and the color plaster, and I'm just going to put a coat of that paint over the chalkboard area. I didn't care if it was completely covered. I just wanted a little bit of a lighter background. And then after I was done and those were dry, I taped it off, and I'm going to go over the rest of the frame with my Waverly Antique Wax. And I'm just going to brush on this antique wax along the front and making sure I get the sides. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to wipe off the excess and just kind of really wipe that into that wood. And after I do that all the way around my frame, I'm going to do the second frame as well. I did the back too. Then I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the middle part, the white section or plaster color section. And I'm not going to let it dry. Instead, I'm going to take the rest of these little tissue paper pictures that are just adorable, and I'm going to put one on each inside of each frame. She also sent us these drawer pulls. So I'm just going to go over it with I think this was the plaster color. It was either plaster or Snow White. I don't remember. I think I took plaster, but either way, I'm just going to do some dry brushing all along and just going to kind of leave some of the darker showing through a little bit. And then I took a seed pot that she also sent. I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to paint that one as well. And I'm just going to use my little chip brush. People ask me all the time where I got these. I got these years ago on plaid.com, online.com. I don't think they have them anymore, but you could always check. And then once those were all dry, I'm going to take my Fix-All glue and I'm going to glue the top rim of this handle. And then I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue on the ends for that immediate hold. And it does take a bit, you guys, because metal and hot glue don't like to work together. And I really had to hold them in place for a while. You see how it moved there? Yeah. And then after that, I went ahead and added some of my favorite braided jute cord that I get from Amazon. It is in my Amazon store. I do have a link to that in my description box as well if you're interested. And I'm going to glue that all the way around it. And it's just to give it a little bit of trim, but also to help keep it in place. Then I'm going to do the same thing with this peat pot or seed pot. I'm going to glue it to the left-hand side of my frame. And then I'm going to go around that with some of that cord just to kind of make the two match a little bit, make them both a little more uniform together. And then after that, I'm going to fill both of them with some floral foam, and then I'm just going to start filling it up with these. This is the greenery bush I was talking about that has the pink little flowers. I thought it worked out perfect to match with the flowers that's in the pictures or the pink color in the pictures. And then I'm going to add some of the eucalyptus that she sent as well, just cutting little sprigs and putting them here and there. And I'm going to do the same thing here with the little peat pot or seed pot. I don't know why I'm showing you so much of this. And then I'm going to, for the seed pot, I used a pool noodle. I just cut a piece of pool noodle, and then I'm going to stuff it with the eucalyptus and the flowers. And then after I was done filling it with that stuff, I just went ahead and covered the rest of it with some Spanish moss that I got from Hobby Lobby. And after I have it all done and my table cleaned up, because this stuff makes such a mess, I am going to I took some of the bigger blocks that you can get from Five Below or Dollar Tree, and I'm going to I went over them with my antique wax, and then just using my Titebond Quick and Thick and my hot glue, and I'm going to glue them on for stands. And then I had a little bit of this left over, so I went ahead and made 2 bows with it. It was perfect. I had just the right amount. And then I am going to glue them on my frames. And the one with the seed pot, I'm going to glue it to the other corner on the top to offset it. And then the one with the drawer handle, I'm going to glue that right in the middle. And oh my goodness, I love these. I think they are just so beautiful. I hope you like them too. You have to let me know what you think about these as well in the comment box below. And the final reveal is coming right up. So make sure you check out Kendra's channel and video and Yelena's. And I know you won't be disappointed. I can't wait to see what they made with theirs. And subscribe to them if you haven't already. Show them some love. I will be back again on the first of the month, which is Wednesday, for the first of the month challenge. So stay tuned for that. And with all of that, you guys, I hope you guys all have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.